Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of Come Out Things, where things come out. First, I'm going to reiterate again: it's not political. We are not for B or D. We want that we be able to talk about anything done that is disadvantageous to the people of Barbados, that is exploits people of Barbados, or anything that we can to help the people of Barbados. That's what we are about. All right. Um, this also is not racist. It doesn't have anything against any religion, any ethnicity, nothing of the sort. I say that because I'm going to delve right into the situation with Albert John. No, remember, as we said, Albert John was beaten and subsequently he died. A coroner's report came back in stating that he died of natural causes. No, we are asking that there be an inquiry into that report. We are stating that because of the circumstances surrounding it, that the coroner be held accountable, that the coroner's court also answer relevant to it, and all the necessary agencies, and we are asking for an independent pathologist to carry out an autopsy relevant to what transpired. Okay? The reason is it's suspicious. Now, we know of Albert Augustine John. And the thing about it is that he's not a man of means. Okay? So we're wondering how come it is that his pathology, his post-mortem, could have been done so quickly. We had Kimor Grant, whose family were pushing for post-mortem, who had to wait months. We had Pedro Keller not too long ago. And up to now, the guys who are charged for him have not had a post-mortem report. But yet they've been charged. People usually have to sit on a waiting list. So what caused people to do this so quickly? That's what we're wondering. Not only that, but the situation surrounding it. Now, when Albert went into the hospital, the first time he was beaten, he called names. And he called names and said he was beaten. Obviously, that is assault. Were any people picked up for this assault? The police have 3 names. Were they picked up? No. My understanding is no. Alright? When he was beaten again, he called names. Were they picked up? No. Anyway, they're saying he died from natural causes. I don't know if it's natural to beat people in Barbados now, but they're saying that he died of natural causes, right? We move on. We move on because we are speaking out against a particular family and those related to them who it is said were responsible for this guy's death. We are not speaking against the Indian community in its entirety because I have friends, I have brothers who are of Indian heritage. And I say brothers, I don't mean in a religious connotation. I mean from a family connotation. They consider themselves my brother. And we share and we get along very, very well. Alright? So I don't mean that. We are dealing with one particular group, one particular section of this community. Alright? And how they have intermeddled and done things to subvert the courts of justice. That is what we are dealing with. Alright? So that is what we are hitting at. It is nobody pushing for any kind of segregation or victimization or violence or anything like that, or try to cause a disturbance. What we can do, however, is I want you all to remember this. I want you to remember years ago, there was a young boy, an Indian boy, who was knocked down by a motorcycle rider. I think his name was Habibullah Eltevia. I think I'm pronouncing it right. I remember the Indian community gathered together and came out and threw their slippers in the road, and it was wailing and mourning and how they got on and to ensure that there was justice. Well, we as black community are doing the same thing. We are asking for justice for Albert. How are we going to do this? What we're going to do, we're going to ask that, we're going to write letters to the coroner's court, we're going to write to the attorney general, and we're going to write to the commissioner's police. The coroner's court, because we're seeking an independent inquiry. The attorney general, because the ministry falls under his portfolio and we have to alert him. And we the commissioner of police, because we want them not to discontinue the investigations. All right? We can do that. And we have to be responded to relevant to that. What people can do if they believe that people are trying to subvert the course of justice and these people have a business, boycott the business. Boycott the business. People have called me from different parts of Barbados and I said, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? They stand up for theirs, because look how they banded together. Because I've had some people commenting on my page who've never commented on my page before of Indian heritage. And they're saying, you talking foolishness. You don't know the facts. I know a lot of the facts. I know as much of the facts as I need to know. All right? I know even more than you guys, because you're talking about how much things to give to Albert and this and the next. People who give charitably do not talk about things they do. And Albert is not homeless. Albert decided to live his life as if he was a vagrant because he decided to live on the street. But Albert's address is number 2nd Avenue, Hoardersland, Brandon's, St. Michael. I want you all to know that. Albert has a house, so Albert chose to live there how he was living. Albert has family, and his family want to make sure that Albert is not buried without them knowing, because there's the likelihood that they were burying quickly the same way they held the post-mortem quickly. And the burying quickly would help conceal evidence, and it would stop us from being able to have an independent pathologist from carrying out what we want him to do. You understand me? So that is what we're looking at. Now, yes, there's bad in every ethnicity. We got some blacks around us that bad. I know, watch a video with a fella snatching an old woman bag. You understand? But there's some bad in each. There's some bad Chinese, they're bad Indians, they're bad whites, they're bad all around. But watch how they're bad together and close numbers when somebody does something against one of them. I want black people to do the same. Now, I keep saying that my barefoot said they hang low, right? And I say this because Mary Clark was buried today. Mary Clark, God rest her soul. I sent my condolences out on the page to her family. I sent my sympathy. I said she died young and her beautiful voice has gone, etc. I made no comments contrary to that. But for some reason, the minister for St. Michael Southeast had decided, instead of at a funeral speaking about the grief that happened to people through their mourning and stuff, to call my name at a funeral. To call my name. I don't know what these ministers like to call my name. You understand? I won't call my name at a St. Philip meeting. No, this she's calling my name at her funeral and saying that I'm a conspiracy theorist. A lot of things they would have said. But why mention my name at a funeral? Allow the girl to go to peace. Let her go in peace. Why call my name? Am I involved? Huh? Sit down, my son. If somebody's claim to fame is calling my name, so be it. Alright? But please, Madam Minister, give my name a rest. Alright? Okay? That's all I'm begging you to do. Anyway, let us please, people, keep our spirits up and our tempers down, and let us keep crying out for justice for Albert John. Alright? This is me. I'm out. Come out things. Alright? Anything you have to say, call me 845-2557 on WhatsApp or 282-0602 directly, and we will let things come out. Have a wonderful one.